Back na with Mora and EU. Hello mga basketbolero, basketbolera in the house. Yo! Kamusta naman kayo dyan? Kamusta ka naman, EU?
Okay naman. Kumusta kayong lahat, mga mambobola? Kaya welcome to another episode of the Dakdakan Podcast with Nora.
Yes, sir! Bago tayo mag-start with the episode for today, we would like to thank everyone na nanood ng previous episodes. And huwag natin kakalimutan to please like, comment, subscribe, and paki-ring na rin yung notification bell para lagi updated sa aming mga videos.
Salamat. Ano ba gagawin natin ngayong araw na ito, Mora?
Hindi ko alam pare, pero parang kakatapos lang ng UAAP Round 1. So ang ibig sabihin nun, UAAP Round 2 na.
At dahil doon, ang ating segment for today ay Dakdak o
Laklak!
So, titingnan natin ang performance ng bawat team. Usapan namin kung dakdak ba o laklak yung performance ng bawat team after the first round. Hindi ibig sabihin na porket nasa upper half ng standings ang team dakdak na. O kapag nasa lower half of standings, laklak na kaagad. So, sige, umpisa na natin muna sa pinakailalim. Ang kakapanalo lamang na UST Growling Tigers. They finished with a record of 1-6. And for me, para sa akin, dakdak sila. Kasi, anim man yung naging talo nila, at least tumigil sa 6. They ended their 19-game losing streak after beating FEU last Sunday. Props to Dick Cabanero and the rest of the team for finally getting over the hump. So, para sa iyo ba, Mora, dakdak o laklak yung first round performance?
Para sa akin, dakdak yan. Kasi most of the people counted them out. Most of the people thought na they'll end up winless at least after round 1. Actually, na-predict ko to. Sabi ko, feeling ko kayang magkaroon ng bag of tricks si Pido and then they'll show out against FEU considering na medyo talent-wise kaya nila maipag-keep up. So, it was really a matter of execution. And execution nga ang ginawa nila. So, yun. UST led the game and they never looked back.
The execution being give the ball to Nick Cabanero and move out of the way.
Yun talaga pare. Bigay mo sa pinamagaling na player tapos please, isalba mo kami, Nick. Isalba mo kami.
Lalo na noong third quarter, talagang binuhat niya yung UST. And parang sakto nga may lumabas pa na article right before na gusto niyang parang patient lang siya na he's willing to wait for the turnaround of UST and sakto. Nanalo rin sila agad laban sa FEU.
Akala mo yung patience na yun, bro. Iintayin pa niya yung pagdating ng dating Eagle at magiging Tiger. Pero hindi na kinailangan eh. They got their first win and sabi nga niya, prior that win, sobrang baba ng moral nila but this is such a good morale booster.
Who knows? Malay mo, mas kaya na nila sa second round. This could spur them to more wins. Malay mo, kayanin na nila yung other teams at the bottom half. Malay mo, makasulot pa sila dun sa top 4. So, it's highly unlikely but we'll see. Maybe this gives them a few more wins. So, kung dakdak
baka ito na yung elbow magic pare, nag-start na. That elbow magic, bro.
Kaya di na naglalaro yung import nila kasi hindi kinalbo. But speaking of UST, yung tinalo nila ang ngayong second from the bottom team na FEU Tamaraws, who finished with a record of 2-5 after the first round. They won against Ateneo and even won against Adamson, but lost this game against UST. So for you, is Is this a duck-duck or a luck-luck first round for FEU?
Meron bang gitna? Pwede bang O sila? O? Kasi for me, ang hirap mag-decide dahil they won against teams na they could have easily lost to, but they also lost to teams should have won against. So, sige, I'm still going with duck-duck dahil lang I thought na if ever man they'll still finish the round one, at least round one, with just one win. So technically they got to 2. So it's still though they should have won that UST game or could have won that UST game. Feeling ko hindi naman sila disappointing so far.
Well, kung sa'yo dak-dak ako laklak kasi sa akin lang na-predict ko na rin na mananalo sila laban sa Ateneo. But they couldn't use that momentum to finish even stronger at the end of the first round. Binigyan pa nila ng panalo yung UST. LJ Gonzalez is playing.
Peter tayo sa UST bro joke lang.
For other reasons, joke lang. LJ Gonzalez is playing at a mythical 5 level, but then it's not enough to beat a UST team that hasn't won in a year. So, for that loss alone, laklak para sa akin yung first round ng FEU. And with Cholo Anunuevo, we don't know his status. They're missing him terribly. And yun, feel ko, baka mas lumala pa sila sa second round kasi nga talagang demoralizing na sa UST ka pa matatalo.
Point taken. Pero for me, duck-duck pa rin. Malay natin. Hindi naman natin masasabi yung second round. Tsaka dahil kamukha dito ni LJ Reyes. Hindi ko nasasabi yung apelido. Kamali pa ako lalo. Kamukha dun sa photo ni LJ, medyo kamukha niya si Russell Westbrook.
Ayun. So, again, FEU, Paimora dak-dak, ako laklak. But for our next team, the UE Red Warriors, who also finished tied with FEU, but they finished 6th by winning the tiebreaker. So, para sa akin, itong 2-5 record nila, laklak. Kasi, this could have been 4-3. Kasi, sa totoo lang, dapat natalo nila yung Ateneo, dapat natalo nila yung Lasal, given how well they played. Yung Ateneo, sabihin na natin, the calls didn't go their way. Sa Lasal naman, they had a double-digit lead. They just couldn't keep it up. And may nakita akong comment na tawagin na raw silang intro boys kasi ang ganda na start nila 2-1 tapos they ended up 2-5. Well, yun. Ikaw, Mamora, para sa'yo. Dakdak o laklak?
Feeling ko hindi pa naman sila intro boys. Sorry. Hindi, ako for me, it's also a laklak. Kasi lacking pa pare. Lacking pa yung performance nila. Last year, things looked bright for UE. They almost made it to the Final Four. So I was hoping for something more this season. Alam ko may mga nawalang players, pero I was hoping na the team would be riding on that momentum to at least compete for the Final Four. Pero looks like so far, hindi yun yung nangyayari. Kaya for me, it's a laklak.
Yun. And yun nga, ang dami ring nawala.
Ang galing ni Ray Remogat Solid pare.
Grabe.
Last year, akala ko baka sabi ko, lucky game or hindi siya magiging consistent. Pero so far, he's been one of the best guards in the UAE.
Yun. Ang dami na din talaga nawala. Francis Villegas, Gani Stevens, even the Paranada Brothers. And the fact na nag-2-1 nga sila, surprising. Pero sayang na hindi nila na-carry yung momentum throughout. Yun. Sana the hosts get back on track the second round. So, we'll see.
Yeah. And sayang Gani Stevens. Akala ko, kakantahan nila si Gani ng Never Gonna Give You Up, pare.
Wala, nag-give up sa kanila si Gani Stevens. So, yun, UE. And following UE, It's the last team that barely missed the Final Four as of the first round. It's the Adamson Soaring Falcons who finished with a record of 3-4. So kaya nakaganyan si Monty Montibon kasi wala pa sila sa Final Four. And for me, kahit na 3-4 ang record nila, dak-dak. Is the fact that they're only one game under 500 and they've beaten Ateneo without their best player speaks volumes about the preparation or their level of play. I think they'd only be disappointed by losing to FEU. But other than that, dak-dak yung season nila so far. Ikaw ba, Mora?
Ako pare, Nasyaktuhan mo pare. Dak-dak talaga pare. For me, it's a dak-dak. Said pa ibalik yung photo. Yan. Pare, kaya nakaganyan si Monty Montibon. Sabi niya, Jerome, relax lang pare. I got this. Ko-compete pa tayo. Pagbalik mo, let's go and try for the Final Four. So, considering na they're playing without their leader, their best player, yung person or yung student na even hindi pa siya graduate, retired na yung jersey. Ano kaya yung jersey number ni Jerome, di ba? Hindi natin alam. Pero, the fact they're still winning, they've got a 3-4 record speaks about what kind of work ethic, what kind of teamwork, team chemistry this team has. So, even without the star, they've almost made it to 500. And for me, it's really a dak-dak. It's a good thing for this.
Yeah. So, and they're saying na may chance na sa first game ng second round nila kasi laban sa UP, baka raw makabalik na si Jerome. Hindi rin ako sure, pero that'd be such a big boost for them. So, yun.
Yes. Pero wag muna sa UP, parang doon naman sa winnable game na muna. Baka mabigla si Jerome eh. Pero malay natin, pare, hindi ko naman masabi. Akala ko rin, walang chance yung Ateneo, pero wala eh. Mamaya pag-usapan natin yun.
Paborito niyang kalaban yung UP. Hindi ko malilimutan yung banda niyang tres laban sa UP noong 2018. Noong Final Four. Kaya
role player pa lang siya noon, bro.
He definitely want to play in his last ever Adamson UP game. So, yun. So, next, after Adamson, team number 4, the De La Salle Green Archers. So they finished with a record of 4-3, tied with Ateneo, but they're fourth by virtue of the tiebreaker. And for me, soft dak-dak.
Okay. Sige. Bakit?
Kasi their 3 losses were against teams that are directly above them. And all of those games were close. You could say na they should have beaten Ateneo, they should have beaten NU, even UP. Kaya for me, considering na may bago silang coach, dak-dak pa rin. I predicted that they'd go 6-1. Predict ko na sila yung makakatalo sa UP, hindi yun nangyari. But I still see finishing above 500 as a win with 2 mythical 5 members in tow, namely the MVP frontrunner Kevin Cambao and Evan Nelly. So, dak-dak pa rin for me.
Ako, I would have to disagree with you on this one, EU. I'll go for a laklak. Just because, yes, tama naman, their 3 losses are against teams that are above them in terms of ranking. But then again, nakukulangan ako sa kanila down the stretch. It's about closing games. It's about being consistent even during crunch time. So yun yung laklak for me. They have the talent. They are easily more talented than at least 2 of the teams above them. So they should have executed down the stretch. Pero yun yung kulang. I'm not sure if there would be adjustments along the way. I hope there would be, because this is a team that's really entertaining and exciting to watch. And I'm hoping na by the end of the season, dakdak na sila.
More playing time for Raven Cortez and less playing time for... Hindi ko na sasabihin
Huwag mo sabihin, pare. Huwag mo sabihin. Alam na nila kung sino yun. Alam na nila kung sino yun.
Sino nga ba?
Si Manu Jerry.
So yun, for the Ateneo Blue Eagles who finished third, they just beat UP last Sunday, and for me, just because of that win, dakdak yung first round nila. Kahit pa natalo sila sa FEU, kahit pa natalo sila sa Adamson, kahit natambakan sila ng NU, as an Ateneo fan, I'm happy that they won against UP. Mason Amos with a step back three that left Tito Miko Halili speechless. And hopefully they'll ride this momentum into the second round, starting with their game against FEU. And I think they're starting to find their groove for a team that is supposedly rebuilding.
Yep.
And for me, dakdaking first round na yun, just for the win against UP.
Ako pare, I couldn't disagree with your take. It's a dakdak for me as well. Relatively, expectations were low for Ateneo until they tried to at least compete with LaSalle dun sa finals nung prior UAAP na league. Pero we all know that this is a retooling squad. This is a rebuilding squad. Puro bata, puro rookies. Very limited yung veterans that is included in the team. And for them to compete and even beat UP, this is a dakdak for me. As you've mentioned, grabe, nakikita na natin what Ateneo aims to be, what Ateneo is trying to reach. They have shown in that game. And it's a sign of better things to come, hopefully.
And it's nice to see the role players stepping up as well. Parang okay yung laro ni Espinosa, ni Jason Credo, and even si Joe Obasa. As in his limited minutes, he held his own against Malik Diouf.
Yep.
And
para even si Jason Credo, bro.
Ayun. Kasi grabe.
Para lakas ng loob.
Kasi akala mo tagal-tagal. Well, matagal naman na siya with the team, but for him to finally have a breakout game, 8 points, 2 steals, 2 blocks. Huge game from him.
Pare, tsaka yung mindset niya, parang kahit lang niya si Malik. Grabe niya. Parang, what's your height, bro?
Oo, grabe talaga yung third quarter. Nung nakita ko na nag-1-3-1 yung UP, sabi ko, ayari, ito na. Pero yung ikinapalpak ng Lasal sa pag-breakdown ng 1-3-1, maning-mani lang sa Ateneo. As in, nagka-end one si Obasa, naka-layup si Credo, naka-tres din si Credo. Ang galing. Ang galing, Coach Tab. Ang galing natin ngayon.
Just Credo it. Tapos, this is a teaser lang for one of our future episodes. We'll try to give out, ito sa mga isang plano lang namin, we'll try to give out nicknames for the UAAP players. Habang mainit pa yung issue, babanggitin ko na pare, ang nickname na ni Chris Kun ay Chris We Exist Kun, pare. Siya yung isa pang nawawalang magalona. So, yun na.
Gano'n katagal siya na nahimik?
You heard it here first. Pag ginamit ng iba, pare, it's Chris We Exist Kun. Okay. Just hear from, you heard it here first from the Dakdakan podcast.
And now, we move on to the top 2 teams. And in second place, the NU Bulldogs finished with a record of 6-1, and undoubtedly the first round is a dakdak for NU. They beat LaSalle in such a close game, and they came back from double digits down against Adamson to finish tied at the top. And this is such a win for them this first round. Because it's so difficult to defend against a team na hindi mo alam kung sino yung puputok. Laban sa Adamson, Kian Baclan put up 5 straight threes to get them back into the game. Laban sa Lasal, Jake Figueroa, who's pictured here, hit the game-tying 3 to send it to overtime. And they're just so good at playing their roles under Coach Jeff Napa. And no wonder that they're tied at the top right now. So, ikaw ba, Mora?
Pare, ako, nung una ko nakita yung current play ng NU, una ko naisip was, ito rin na team last year eh. Ano yung nagbago? Kasi last year, sobrang bumilib na ako sa kanila. Pero ngayon, pare, it's Jeff napawaw ako, pare. Jeff napawaw ako. Just the entire first round, grabe yung nilaro nila. Maybe ang pwede mo lang maging fault sa kanila, or at least you could pinpoint or nitpick, would be the UP game. Pero I could live with that. It could have been more close, but then again, NU has executed almost perfect the entire season. So I'm just excited, especially not just this year kasi bata pa yung core nila. Baka next year sila na yung tinatry talunin ng lahat.
And let this be a warning to fans of UAAP teams that are starting to build something. Be patient with your team, and this is what happens. They're bringing back a mostly same roster. Ang nawala lang sa kanila si JLC siguro, si JLC tsaka sino ba? Si JLC lang talaga na nasa rotation. And if you give a coach time to develop a system with the same players who are growing up at the same pace, you'll reap the benefits. Hindi yung papalit-palit ka lang ng coach, papalit-palit ka lang ng players and all that. Kita niyo yung benefits of keeping it all together, keeping your players, tied for first.
Yep. But then again, it has to be the right coach. And you actually got the right coach.
And speaking of tied at the top of our standings, the UP Fighting Maroons who finished with a record of 6-1. So, ikaw, Mora, para sa'yo, dak-dak o laklak?
May isip natin for sure was the game from just technically 2 days ago, last Sunday. So, natalo sila sa Ateneo. Fans were disappointed. But then again, this is still a dak-dak season for them. At least round 1. Sabihin natin na Ateneo was technically out of their league. Or at least, UP pala out of the league na Ateneo technically. Pero, at the end of the day, it all boiled down to execution. That was a winnable game for them. It could have gone any other way. Pero, UP was basically in the game until the end. It was just basically baka an off night for them, or Ateneo got lucky, or Ateneo is getting better. We don't know. Pero UP is still living up to the expectations. 6-1 record is nothing to be ashamed about.
I was about to say laklak. But then again, they've beaten the rest of the opposition handily, except for FEU and LaSalle. So, just by finishing at the top, soft dak-dak. Hindi siya talagang dak-dak kasi, syempre, defending champions na dapat mas malakas ka hindi mo pa matalo-talo.
So, basically, para siyang meets expectations, gano'n.
Sort of. Kasi, ayun, mabuti na rin na ngayon sila natalo kumpara sa Final Four or sa finals pa sila matalo sa Ateneo. So, good to them for ngayon sila matalo. But, yun, they'll get a quick turnaround. They get to face Adamson tomorrow or on Wednesday. And Ateneo on Sunday, so makakabawi sila agad. And I expect a much better showing from the team. Malik Diouf didn't look 100%. they're uncharacteristically bad from the free throw line. 12 of 27 is an awful percentage. And ito lang masasabi ko, for anyone na nagsasabi na luto yung game, kasi 11 yung lamang na free throws ang Ateneo, wala doon nangyari nung crunch time kasi namamaul na lang sila to extend the game. Tapos hindi pa makuha ng UP yung rebound for some reason. So, I don't think ever in doubt yung calls. Nagka-fall trouble rin naman yung Ateneo. So, bawi kayo sa Sunday. And I'm sure mas maganda ipapakita nila this Sunday.
Yes. And for those hating on CJ Cancino, I know na medyo nagkaroon siya ng mga actions na medyo naging memes. Actually, ito yung ginawa niya. But then again, makikita mo na grabe pa rin yung sportsmanship ng bata. May play na nahulog I forgot who from Ateneo. He was the first one to actually pick it up. And at the end of the day, kamukha pa rin niya si Cagliodi.
And for me, yung first round, dak rin siya all in all for CJ. I give props to him for having the guts to shush the crowd after hitting that end one. And it's nice to have villains in the UAAP. Yung tipong kainisan mo pero pag nasa team mo, gustong-gusto mo yung mga nanduduro na ganun. So, yun.
Yep. And it makes the game more exciting, more emotional. Pero EU with this, we're actually, as we have gone through the entire, or each team technically, how would you rate, dakdak ba o laklak yung buong first round ng UAAP so far?
Dakdak for sure. Na-miss natin itong UAP basketball. Siguro the fact na ginawa nilang quadruple headers yung Wednesdays, talagang mabilis yung palitan ng games, and ang daming close game. And then, maraming game na hindi mo alam kung sino mananalo at the end. So it is such a win. Dakdak talaga, slam dunk, windmill 360, whatever. We love the UAAP. Ikaw ba, Mora?
I would agree. For me, dakdak din talaga yun kasi kahit sino pa yung magkalaban, whether it's the top versus the bottom, hindi mo talaga alam who will end up winning. So, looking forward to more upset, to more to more drama and entertainment in the second round and throughout the entire playoffs.
So yun guys, para sa inyo ba? Dakdak ba o laklak yung first round ng mga teams nyo? And do you think we'll have a better second round? Hopefully we do. We already have the schedule for the next 2 games. And we'll see.
Yep.
And
kung tingin nyo ba dakdak o laklak tong episode na to, comment down below. Dakdak o laklak ba ako? Dakdak o laklak ba si EU? And EU, sige. Sabihin mo na yung spiel natin, bro.
Yun lang. Like, comment, and subscribe. And that's the end of our show for today.
Yes, thank you so much guys. Pa-ring na rin yung notification bell para updated kayo sa lahat ng videos namin. And don't forget to follow our social media pages, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.
That's it.
Salamat marami kumuha ng X. Gagawa pa ba kami ng X, guys? Huwag na. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube na lang.
NBA na rin bukas!
Hey!
Mamaya pala. NBA na. Woo!